I want to connect with something that could kill me. Can we go to something that could kill me?
Step out here, sir. Get him, tiger.
In Safari, there's a tiger.
There's not tigers in Safari?
Nope, Safari's in Africa, man.
No, they're not. They're everywhere. There's some at Disney World.
Can you have a safari in another country other than Africa?
Of course.
I was on an African safari.
A general term. Okay.
Get him, tiger.
Welcome to Channel the Happiness More. Is that what I said? Channel the Happiness?
I'm glad we didn't call the show that.
Channel the Happiness.
Now, okay, there's some intriguing stuff going on, the science behind why people collect things, and there are some differing theories.
And let's say, even before you give these theories that we have, I did allude to the fact that I collected movies,
lots of things.
Movie stubs, but yeah, I have collected many things over the years.
Travel brochures, you talked extensively about that in One Good Mythical More.
Travel brochures, rocks, movie stubs. That's a good one because movie stubs have not only the name of the movie, but they have the date on there. And
right.
so
They
you
do.
can, like, you
So
can't
remember when it was.
Right. It's like if I was collecting my belly button lint, I would be tempted to like label each one, like date them, and then it gets to be cumbersome. But when it's already, I like to collect anything that's already labeled.
But when you sit down, you don't still have these, right? You still got them?
No, I don't.
When you sit
I wanted to know, have you collected anything though?
I currently collect. It's not too big of a collection, but Hawkman memorabilia.
It's like a.
I mean, I do. It's a small collection.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
I mean,
you've like as a kid, you never collected anything. Baseball cards, but that was because it was just a social phenomenon. I mean, I collect Merle Haggard records. Feel free to mail those to me in any condition.
But when you look at a movie stub, is it like?
I remember
that movie.
I remember who I was on the date with, and I remember the movie or not.
And how does that make you feel?
Nostalgic.
I mean, in other words, is that the reason? Is it to have a point in time where it's like, I'm going to relive this moment, and I have this physical piece from it?
Yeah. It's like a photograph. It's like that Nickelback song.
But you didn't even go to the places in the travel brochures. So all you could do is relive the moment where you got it.
Right. At
the hotel lobby. I remember what this hotel lobby was like.
Or the welcome
center. I didn't go
center.
to the caverns. But I remember getting this.
Get to the science.
Oh, you don't want me to pry into your collecting.
You can. Well, if you're going to pick it apart, then you can do that on your own time.
I want to know the psychology behind it because I'm about to explore what two different scientists have thought about it.
Read it.
Okay, Sigmund Freud, who had just weird philosophies about a lot of things that were all related to your feces and your mother. He thought that it was, again, it stemmed to unresolved toilet training conflicts. He thought that
toilet training conflicts?
The loss of bowel control was a traumatic experience, and the product from the bowels was disgusting and frightening to the child.
Agree with that.
So the collector is trying to gain back control of their bowels as well as their possessions, which were long flushed down the toilet.
So your poop represents your possessions, and the act of pooping represents a loss of control.
Yeah, so all those little movie tickets are just your little turds.
I don't still have them, by the way.
Oh, you let your turds go.
Right. When I moved,
So my Hawkman collection up on my little shelf up there is just turds. It just represents all the turds in my life.
I did have poop issues as a kid.
You did, and that's why you collect more. And I didn't have many poop issues.
I didn't want to let my poop go.
And I didn't care. Like, you could go crush those Hawkmen. I honestly wouldn't care. Now, don't poop on them, though.
All right, what else?
Carl Jung, who people who aren't familiar with history call Carl Jung. He was a Swiss psychiatrist and psychotherapist. He theorized that collecting and completing sets have as their archetypal antecedents the collecting of nuts and berries. once needed for survival by our early ancestors. So I believe that this is a much more sound theory.
Storing up for winter.
It was reinforced that there was a satisfactory positive response, a survival response, when you did a good job of collecting and organizing things, right, for the winter.
Your twigs, nuts and berries.
Your nuts and berries, right? And so that was reinforced. So it's an inherited trait. It's an adaptation. This sounds right to me.
So if times get tough, I'm supposed to
eat those movie
eat my
tickets.
baseball cards. I still have all my baseball cards. It's really pointless, but I still have all of them.
I have a lot of them. Now, if you have a collection of nuts or berries,
that's a win-win.
You definitely should save those for the winter and eat them if you need to.
Right.
Freeze-dried berries probably are better than regular berries.